Why wait until January to start over when you can start now? This new year, new me, it's literally a waste of time. What you need to start over is a new mindset. So waiting until January can be such a setback. It's like you're waiting for this date and then you just automatically think things are going to be better. When in reality, if you start now and you get a head start, by the time January comes, it will become normal. And then January, you'll feel like your new self instead of trying to build this false reality. This video is about walking into January clear, ready, and grounded. To me, life is in quarters. When you start January, I feel like it's like this rush to get to where you want to be. Whereas if you prepare mentally before then, it may take off some of the pressure instead of walking into January and be like, oh, it's January, let's just change, let me do this, let me do that, and you didn't set up a foundation before. I think that's where it gets messy. There's gonna be a few things that you want to do before the year ends so that you're not beating yourself up and then repeating the same mistakes that you've done years prior. This year, especially 2025, it was such an eye-opening year where I had this boundary with people, and I don't even want to come off harsh. You either get with it or you get lost. And I just felt like that when it came to my life. Like if certain people just didn't get it, to me, you just had to be left behind because I didn't want any baggage. Even when it came to the things that I did, certain habits, even things around me, just decluttering my place, anything that I felt was taking up space and wasn't adding to my life, I'm like, you know what? Let me start getting rid of these things from now because in the new year, I don't see this as being me. There's gonna be a few things that you may want to change, especially when it comes to your mindset. You're gonna want to reflect and not regret. You want to go into the year with compassion and being grateful. If you start criticizing yourself, that's where it doesn't really work in your benefit, is to going into the new year on a positive note. Sometimes you have to ask yourself questions and see what answers you're giving back yourself. What drained you? If certain people you realize are draining you, you cannot take them. You cannot take them with you into the new year. That friendship that you feel like you're only pouring into and nothing is being poured back into you from even people that you've known for years, and you realize that, man, I only see this person when shit is going bad in their life. But yet when things are going right, I do not see this person. They're not for you. Set boundaries. Sometimes when you have plans for the new year, they don't work out because you have the same pattern, the same routine, the same set of people in your life. You want to ask yourself, what gave you peace? Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that are going to help you reach where you want to get to in the new year. What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about your environment? What did you learn about your patterns, your habits? Did you realize that you spend so much time in work and so little time on your passion? What did you learn that you could take with you into the new year? And what did you learn that you don't want to take with you? When you reflect on these things, it helps you see what needs to shift in your life. It doesn't necessarily make you see what is perfect, because life is not perfect. Life has ups and downs. Life is a journey. Everybody has their own process. So you just want to see where you have to create more of a balance. Yes, you may have to spend so much time on work, on things that don't make you even feel happy because life. But you want to create a balance so that you don't forget yourself. What does it take to get where I need to go? It takes your mind. It takes the way you think. It really does take the way you think. A lot of the times we wonder, why are we not getting certain places in life? Well, how are you, what are your thoughts? With me, I realize that I have to take God. And when I say I take God, I'm just grateful even for the little things. I take my gratefulness throughout the day. I'm grateful that I was able to go to the store this morning and come back home safely. A lot of people would step out of their house and not make it back home. You're gonna want to let go of that new year, new me. Okay? How many times did you do that? And it actually worked. When I think of new year, new me, you know what I think of? I think of when I would go to the gym, right? And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, January is coming up. We're gonna see all those people who are saying new year, new me body, summer body. And then they're gonna come up in the gym, use up all the machine them from January, February. By March they start flickering out. It's like the people them that will be at the gym regularly know that all these people with their new year's resolution are just gonna come in and take up the whole place, when their mindset is not really to make this be a thing. Like they're not prioritizing consistency, developing new habits, being stern with what they want. They're just thinking, this is what I want, this is what I got to do to get there. The outcome only comes with the work that you put in. You want to create habits that are going to help you get to those goals. So that's why I say start now. Even if you're going to start with the little things from now, just changing up your routine, changing the time that you wake up to find the time to do the things that you want to do for the new year, getting rid of old habits and creating new ones that can help you stick to the plan. Like even when it comes to YouTube, right? YouTube timing can be, it can catch up on you real quick. You will think, oh, okay, I'm gonna work on this video this week. The way this week will run off fast, I gotta prioritize the next video so that when I put this video out, I won't feel behind, and then I'll just be hard on myself. I'll be like, look how I was said to do this much this month and I only got this much done because I kept putting it off. I kept thinking I had so much time, when in reality I had to think of what do I really want, and what is it going to take for me to get there. It's going to take those long nights, it's going to take more dedication, it's going to take me losing the remote. And you know, my TV literally stopped working. First the kids broke it with a McDonald's toy. Then it just wouldn't connect. It wasn't a smart TV. It literally started being dumb. Then the remote got lost. I wasn't really a person who watched TV all the time, but I would get into my little Netflix shows and stuff like that. Now I can't find a remote. And then I was like, you know what? That is just a sign to, yo, you need to use that little hour that you would use sometimes to watch that series and really lock in. Sometimes you look at disappointments in life, because there was a couple shows that I wanted to watch. But then when I look back, I'm like, man, this was life and a sign from God to be more disciplined with myself, even when it came to little things like watching something that I really want to watch. Oh, now I can't find the remote, eh? Oh, now I can't find the remote. Like, not only is it broken, it wouldn't connect to the internet, and now the remote is gone. It helped me so much because now I'm not looking forward to even watching anything. I'm looking forward to locking in on what Tasha really wants, so that when January comes, I can actually see where I'm going, you know? I'm glad I can't find the remote. A big thing that is so important for you to get ready for the new year is to really clean up your mental space. Like, you want to clean up the space around you, but you see your mental space, there's so much going on in there sometimes you wouldn't believe. Even when it comes to my feed, and I mentioned this before, but I'll go into a little bit more. Like, I don't want to follow anything that when I scroll, it's gonna distract me, mess me up, make me feel like I'm not progressing. I want things to inspire me, to keep me on the right track, and to remind me of God being there with me all the time, because sometimes it could feel like God forgot about you. I felt that times where it's like, yo, God is forgetting about me. Like, you don't remember me? When in reality, it's me forgetting about me, and it's me making all these distractions happen to me where I don't see myself reaching my destiny at all. It is good to still have social media sometimes, especially if you're like a creator. You do need to be inspired, or else your palette will just be blank. You're gonna want to switch from survival mode into intentionally living, and I've already covered that. You can go on my channel and you can find it. It should be one of my recent videos, depending on the time that you're watching this. Sometimes it's hard to set boundaries with the people that you love, especially with the people that depend on you. But you cannot forget yourself in the process, because when you forget yourself, they're not going to be able to pick you up the way that you've been picking them up. It comes with a price of people being upset, and they'll just start thinking that you don't love them. And I say people a lot because when I look at it, a lot of the times I'm like, the reason why a lot of the people that we love or just in general are not here, to me it's like, this is my opinion, jealousy kills. Jealousy and bad mind and evil thoughts, just the wrong people in your life could kill you. It can make you give up on yourself too. When I look at the events that happened in my life for the past couple years, I've seen it. Like, I've seen it happen. When I see what happened to my brother, jealousy and envy. This man was jealous of my brother. Had to break him down in so many ways to get him out of here. Sometimes people feel better when they just break you down. When they just strip you from knowing your full potential, it's like they feel better. They get a high off of it. And that's why you see me just really switch to doing these types of videos, because there's so many great people that are just not living in their purpose. And it drives me crazy. I've had things happen to me, and I've had friends in my life that would say things to me, but because I didn't have as much discernment as I do now, I did not set those boundaries with them before. I did not put those people in their place the right way. I just allowed it. But me now, no, I would not be allowing it. There's no way. There is no way. And I notice with me right now, if I realize that people are even doing it to the people that are around me, and sometimes you can't say anything to people. You can't, even if it's the people that you love, and you see people destroying them, and you see people bringing them down, and these are the people that you love, you can't say anything, because then they'll turn around and hate your guts. And that's what the people then want. They want them to hate your guts because they don't want the people around them to really show them what their full potential is. So I make videos like this, hoping that they see it, because some people are just so stubborn and stuck in their ways. But it's not until you are aware of it yourself that you can really help yourself out of these types of situations. That's why I say start now. Don't wait till the new year. Change your mindset from early and plan ahead. You have to redefine what success means to you. What fulfills you? Don't look at what you see other people's success story is. What does it mean to you? Don't follow trends. Don't follow timelines. You got to follow what's sustainable to you. What are you able to wake up and do? What makes sense to you? What are you able to do that's not going to burn you out? You got to redefine what that is. The other person's success story is not your success story. The obstacles they had to hop over, leap over, go through, go under, is not the same for you. It may be harder, it may be easier, it could be all a whole different route. You got to see what are your obstacles and what do you have to do to find out what your success is, what your story is. You got to go through your process. You sometimes have to start small, create little mindset routines for yourself. For me, I journal a lot. I would walk a lot, especially if the weather is good. It does help clear my mind. When I used to make big goals, it wouldn't last long. When I made little ones, then I was able to make bigger ones along the way. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what centers you, what keeps you grounded, what keeps you at a level that you're able to get better and grow from every day. You're going to want to forgive yourself. A lot of the times you're taking into the new year old guilt that you had. You have to forgive yourself in order to move forward. Yes, you've made mistakes in the past. Yes, you had goals that you set that you didn't do, but you have to tell yourself, you know what, this time I'm gonna do it right. This time I'm gonna do it smaller until I get bigger. This time I'm going to prioritize consistency. I'm gonna be more consistent. This time I'm gonna change my habits. But you have to be willing to say, you know what, yes, I did mess up. I did do things wrong. I wasn't listening. But not only do you have to forgive others, you have to forgive you. And you have to be willing to get rid of the old guilt. Let it go. We could be so hard on ourselves that we can't even forgive ourselves. Can you imagine that you can't forgive yourself? You can forgive yourself. Why not? That's why it's like the only person that holds you back is you, because sometimes you won't even forgive yourself. You won't even let yourself let loose of the things that you know you can grow from. And it's not going to get perfect overnight, you know, but you can make progress. I want you to visualize the energy that you want to create. Instead of resolutions, focus on energy, what brings you peace, what you're grateful for. Create that good energy. Good energy. I don't need no I don't need no negativity around me. A positive energy. I'm not gonna beat myself up for energy. I'm gonna set boundaries with that person because it's gonna make me feel better type energy. I want you to share in the comments what is one word that embodies the mindset that you want to have in the new year. For example, for me, it's gratitude. I'm gonna be grateful. I've always been grateful. This year it was gratefulness, and I want gratefulness again. And peace. Okay, peace is a big one for me too. You can write down your goals. This is a space where it's like I want you to feel like we're in this together, because we are in this together. I want to focus a lot on growth this year and just being your better self, you know? The enemy to me is just out loose and to get some good people, and we're not going to let him get us. He's not, in the name of Jesus. No. And yeah, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it helps you in your new year. If you want to see more videos like this, just let your girl know in the comments. And also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. It helps out the channel. It helps me with my growth tremendously. Share these videos. Also, check out one of these videos on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.